What are you doing here? You ask while looking at him confused after you found out that the person who you thought was Ira was the person who was trying to avoid. I should be the one to ask you. Will you run away from me? Oh, 'cause I don't want to marry you. Sorry, but there's nothing you can do. He said and acted like he was going to drop you on the ground since he was still carrying you. Yeah, don't dare to drop me or I will kill you. Then, kill me, he said and about to trap you. In your fear to get hurt, you accidentally wrapped your two arms around his neck and buried your face in his chest while screaming. You are such a jerk! Jungkook world suddenly stopped for a second at what happened. I just look at you. I don't understand why my parents like you. I don't care if you are Mafia. Remember, I'm YN, the troublemaker YN. You said and looked at him. As you saw him just looking at you, then you finally realize that you are clinging on him, so you quickly go down and say, I didn't mean to hug you. What happened is your fault. It seems you always want to hug me. Are you kidding me? Whatever. By the way, I'm here not to see you, but to tell you that you can't escape from me. And no matter what you will do, I will know your next move. Why are you obsessed with marrying me? Tell me. Do you like me? I have no planning of falling for you. You will find out if we get married. He said and dialed your dad's number and told him that you attempted to run away. What are you doing, YN? Dad, I don't want to marry that guy. Then why do you let that something happen to the both of you? Whether you like it or not, you will marry him. And I'm warning you, don't try to escape again. He said and told his men to guard you and went upstairs. You feel frustrated with what happened until the question, why is he so desperate of marrying you, suddenly poops into your mind. Does he have a plan for me? And what is it? Wait, is he planning to make my life miserable with him for the rest of my life? You took your phone and called someone, and after a few minutes, you also hung up the phone. Okay. You want to play? Then let's play. As you went upstairs to see your dad. You went to your parents' room to talk to your dad. However, your mom told that he was in the music room, so you just went there and knocked on the door. You came in after he told you. YN, if you just here to convince me to cancel the marriage, I'm sorry, but that won't happen, he said. I'm not here for that. Dad, I will agree to marry Jungkook on one condition. Spill it. As long as we can't divorce, we will live together forever. Well, that'd be great. Then I will tell Jungkook's parents about it. Meanwhile, around 10 in the morning, when Jungkook's dad came to his office. Dad, what brings you here? I'm here to tell you that we have an important dinner later. Dinner? With who? With your soon-to-be wife's family. Wife? YN finally agreed to the marriage. Really? He said and smirked. Then prepare yourself, YN. I will make sure your first night of being my wife will be hell. 6:40 in the evening, your parents and Jungkook's parents already in the restaurant, him as well, and currently waiting for you until the door opened. I'm sorry if I'm late. I was stuck in the traffic. You saw him staring at you intensely, as if he was being surprised by what he saw. It's okay. Since you're already here, then let's eat. His dad signals the waiters to serve the food while you purposely sit across from him while wiggles your brows. Since you two are already agree into the marriage, then let's talk about the wedding. So when do you want to get married? How about next week? All of them look at you, him as well, and obviously they got surprised. Last day you even planned to run away because you don't want us to get married, and now it looks like you are in a hurry, Jungkook said. Cause I changed my mind. You know I'm excited to be with you. Then you glared at him. Then the wedding will be on next week. Jungkook, YN agreed to marry you as long as you two will stay together for the rest of your life. So it means no one can file for divorce between you two. Remember that? You two just relax. We will take care of everything. Something is wrong. What is she planning? After dinner and talk about your wedding, your both parents give you both a space so you could talk privately. Yeah, what comes to your mind? Why do you want to marry me right away? I already told you. I changed my mind. I know even though I ran away, you could find me. That's all? You raise your head since you are looking down while playing with the handle of cup since the two of you are currently having a coffee. Mafia. Don't worry, our marriage life will be full of excitement, you said and stared at him. At this time, Jungkook felt nervous that he had never felt before. Like something is really wrong. Boss, why you left her alone? She left me. Is she already the marriage boss? Oh, you know what? I should feel happy because finally I can do my plan for her. But why I feel nervous like something would happen to me? Maybe you're misinterpreting your feelings, boss. What if you're just excited to marry her? That's impossible. After 1 week, you and Jungkook got married, and since your wedding was sudden, there were only few visitors, mostly members of the organization. After your wedding, your family agreed that you will live in Jungkook's own mansion to start a new chapter in your life as a married couple. This will be your room starting today. But I'm not used to sleep with someone, so you will sleep in the sofa. Understand? You just look at him and take your clothes from the luggage. Is that the bathroom? You ask and went to take a bath. Look at this girl. Is she ignoring me? Then he remembers what you said earlier during the wedding ceremony. Good luck to you. What did she mean by what she said? Wait, didn't tell me. She will become wild tonight? Come back to your senses, Jungkook. In few minutes, you came out of the bathroom only wearing a thin nightgown that makes his mouth open hung, especially when you pass on him while wiping your wet hair. What? You ask since you notice him staring at you and also sweating. Why are you wearing like that? He replied while stuttering. What's wrong? We already married. And maybe you forgot. Something already happened to the both of us. Remember? I was drunk that day, so for sure you already saw my naked body. He coughed at what he heard and ran going to the bathroom. But before he entered, you called him again. Yeah, Mafia. The day that has something happened to us. I was drunk, so I don't remember anything. And I don't know how it feels like. So, can we do that tonight so I could also know what it feels like? His eyes widen and say, Are you crazy? After that, he completely went inside the bathroom. Is she out of her mind to ask me that thing? What I'm going to do? After a few minutes, he slowly opens the door and peeks outside until his eyes landed on you, who's smiling at him while lying on the bed and posing seductively. Babe, faster, I'm waiting for you. I, I think I have a diarrhea. For sure my stomach didn't like what I ate at our wedding reception. Faster, babe, cause I'm feeling hot right now. As you wink at him and lick your lips. Jungkook hurriedly closed the door and says, Is this really the YN that I marry? I think someone possessed on her. That night, Jungkook ended up of sleeping inside the bathtub while you slept soundly in his bed. The next day, Jungkook woke up and found himself sleeping inside the bathtub. Why am I here? He asked while stretching his back until he remembered what happened last night. Because of her, I ended up of sleeping in the bathroom. He opened the door and peeked outside, but he didn't see you. Is she awake? He went downstairs while looking around, but he found Doro instead. Doro, where is she? In the kitchen, boss. She presented to cook breakfast for you. She said you were so tired last night. Boss, I thought you wanted her to suffer. You didn't even say that you're referring to other meaning of suffer. What are you talking about? He replied at the same time, walking to the kitchen where you are busy. What are you doing? You got flinched after you heard his voice at your back. Good morning. I cooked breakfast for you. Don't worry, I know how to cook. You cling on his arm and pulled him as you made him sit and serve his breakfast. He even forgot that he ended up sleeping in the bathroom because of you. And also he forgot that he will make your life miserable. My parents like this dish. Let's eat. From now on, I will be a good wife to you. He looked at you weirdly while putting the food on his mouth. So, how is it? You asked while giving him a sweet smile. Oh, this is so good. He replied, because it really tastes good since you study culinary. You two continue eating, when suddenly he stopped because his stomach started grumbling. Why? What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong with my stomach lately. Until you heard a fart that smells like rotten rat. Then you saw him suddenly run going upstairs and ended up of locking himself in the bathroom. Again. You turn around and silently giggling and took the bottle of constipation medicine. I'm just started, Mafia King.